circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time for. I ain't got the rules, stack with me.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Sentinels of San Antonio taking on the Carolina Panthers. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19s. Should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
10 more there and another first down.
We always talk about, we always look for guys with fresh legs down the stretch of a long NFL season. Well, in Week 16, he was the AFC Player of the Week, and looks like he's going to be strong for Week 17 as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Hurts. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Again, that's Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Sentinels are on the board first here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. And they just get the play off. Now Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
A throw over the middle, taken in. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
3rd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman with career touchdown number 70. And the Sentinels are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Karen Wilson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Sentinels are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
On the set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now here's Young. He completes this one to Mingo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down. It's Crawford, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Now Young. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. James Cook with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds left on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. The old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Well, Charles, I think you have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, I mean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
They'll throw now on the final play. He finds Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the... And he loses the football the second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive in the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result. And that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
This is caught. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Sentinels have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Sentinel.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And a completion to Wilson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Cool. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Abanikanda diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. It'll be Hurts on the option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They go play action with Hurts. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Sentinels get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
10 cycles.
Out of his end zone, Young. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
At their own 47-yard line.
Let's stop him at the 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They give him a gain of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Sentinels are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A first down throw for Young. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That throw by Young incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To the air once more, Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Down. Ready.
First down, Young. Here's a diving catch right side. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Hurry, hurry.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Young to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Calvin Ridley, 29 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Sentinels 43, Panthers 23. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Sentinels 50, Panthers 23.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. Oh, Young loses it. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for San Antonio, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.